All right, y'all. Yesterday, I posted a short asking a simple question. Does inclement weather prevent you from meeting your obligations? Basically, that was the gist of the video. In the video, I was driving, completing a contract for somebody else because they canceled the contract, right? And it was sprinkling. So I made a video showing me driving in the little bit of rain. And my first sentence said, if this little bit of rain stops you from meeting your obligations as an entrepreneur, then maybe entrepreneur life is not for you. So I thought the video was a little bit motivational and letting you, sharing with you some information so you can get a basic understanding that rain, sleet, snow, or too hot temperature does not get you out of your obligations if you are a entrepreneur or a 1099 contractor and you have actual contracts that need to be serviced. Okay? If it wasn't clear, y'all please leave a comment and let me know if it wasn't clear. All I said once or twice was that if you have a contract, the rain, sleet, snow, or too hot a temperature should not prevent you from doing it. If you have a contract that needs to be serviced, you can give your employees off, but that contract still has to be serviced. No matter who it gets done by, it has to be serviced. And most likely, if you're the business owner, it's going to have to be serviced by you. Okay? That was the gist of the video, of the short video. It was sprinkling a little bit. If you look on the ground, you can see the ground was wet. My wipers were on. Of course, it was sprinkling, or I wouldn't have the windshield wipers on. Duh. Somebody that obviously cannot hear nor see came in my video and left a comment saying that it's not even raining, you just talking. So for clarification, the reason I made the short was for you to see that it was barely raining and another company canceled on a contract. And then the company that wanted items delivered called my company because we are reliable and dependable. Okay? So the whole point of the video was, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need to be reliable and dependable and meet your obligations. So Donnie-D5V left a comment on my video stating it's not even raining, you just talking. Duh. Of course I'm talking because it's called YouTube. YouTube. You talk to share information. Your lips have to go up and down to share information. Okay? The whole purpose of the video was to show you that it was barely sprinkling and some entrepreneur that had a contract canceled the contract because it was barely sprinkling, and I guess they didn't want to get wet. That is why I posed the question, does inclement weather prevent you from meeting your obligations? Okay? Had Donnie-5DV actually listened with his ears and actually looked at the video, he would have known that if you can't handle a little bit of sprinkle, you definitely not going to be able to handle sleet, snow, or rain. Okay? A lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't really know what it takes. Okay? And they don't know how it affects other people. Okay? So, if you're doing a contract, make sure you can meet your obligations. Okay? And based on your comment, Donnie-5DV, entrepreneur life is definitely not for you. Because you don't even have understanding of what you see or what you hear. All right, y'all. For those who do want to be an entrepreneur, you will be very successful if you meet your contracts, if you meet your obligations. If inclement weather does affect you and it's going to affect your safety or the integrity of the product, then go ahead, call the company and let them know that you will not be able to service that contract and that you have a valid reason. Other than that, it is expected for independent 1099 contractors to meet their obligations. Okay? Entrepreneur life is not for everybody. This channel is Rise by Henson, and we are talking about the roads that you take, the journey that you take to get to your destination, whatever it may be. Okay? And sometimes that journey is going to include inclement weather. I did not say the weather yesterday was all the way inclement and could stop the show. I want you to see that somebody canceled their contract because it was sprinkling just a little bit. Okay? Comprehension is key. Okay? If you can't comprehend a little bitty short video, how you going to understand them 30, 40, 50 page contracts? Okay? That's all I got to say, y'all. Again, if you're an entrepreneur and you sign a contract, make sure you're able to fulfill your contract unless you have an absolutely valid reason. Have a good day. It's Sunday. We're going to make it do what it do. See you in the streets. Bye. Oh, yeah. Thank you for your comment, Donnie5DV. Have a good one. Bye.